Welcome to Running a Fever, episode 63. I'm going to talk about distraction today. I'm going to talk a little bit about confidence and how all that relates to my fitness, diet, and medical program. It's an overcast day. I actually felt a few raindrops just then, and it's still very windy, but I'm heading out anyway because I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't really see a lot of heavy clouds overhead, so we will see how that goes. Not nearly as crowded today. I came out a little earlier. It's about 3:30 right now, almost exactly. In the afternoon, I haven't started a morning routine of working out yet. Schedule's been a little bit crazy last week, and you know, when I talk about distraction, that's kind of what I mean. Today, for example, I work in the computer industry, and we have things that go wrong that affect a lot of people. And sometimes those are really critical, and you have to work outside your normal schedule to get things fixed. Well, today something like that kind of happened. It was kind of my fault, so it kind of felt like I should stay around, but it wasn't the kind of thing I could fix myself. I don't usually think of work as being a distraction because it's so essential to our lives, but it can be. It can be. Because work isn't the only thing in life. And it started me thinking, and I've thought about this a little bit lately, and periodically I think, well, what if I didn't have this job? It was really difficult to get this job. It took a long time. I'm really fortunate in a lot of ways, and I'm grateful for that, and I definitely don't take it for granted. But it's not my entire life, especially now. So I have to pay attention to the things in life that are important. Fitness and health in general, physical health being my number one priority. I gotta pay attention to that. When it's time for me to work out, I gotta work out. And my value to my employer and coworkers should not be, based on perception. It should be based on the work that I really do, the value that I bring day to day. So, I messed up, could get fired, but I still have this. This is very important to me. And I'm just joking. I really don't think I'm going to get fired. I worked in this business long enough, you know that people make mistakes that affect a lot of people, maybe even cost the company a lot of money. Howdy. Just want to remind you to use sunscreen. I am not using sunscreen today, nor did I the last time I came out. Afternoon. You look around at the people that you know, especially maybe people who are middle-aged or older that have been in the sun. Sometimes it's been given as medical advice to get out in the sun. Be sure you get plenty of sun. Some people have done that, and there's a lot of just cultural things about tanning and that sort of thing. Anyway, you probably know someone who's had skin cancer. It's very common. What are the positive benefits you get from improving your health, whether that's losing weight or becoming more fit, eating right, getting the nutrients you need, getting the sleep you need, all the things that I've talked about and try to do. One of them seems to be confidence. I see people, and it's difficult to tell, but I see people that I think are fit. And you can't always tell by looking, really. But I think some people may be, confident and happy and not be exercising at all, may not be eating right. So it's not all about looks, but I believe in talking to these people that, you know, someone who exercises on a regular basis, who is doing all the right things for their health, or some of them, or at least trying, you know, getting out there and looking for good foods to eat and taking care of themselves, make it a priority in their lives. These people tend to have better attitudes, to be more, you know, well-adjusted. And I found that, you know, that's been a change in me, and it's not all, you know, I've had other things going on other than my health, but I think it's a big factor. I really do. And I feel more confident, and the way that I walk and carry myself is different. And it's amazing the effect confidence can have on other people, but that's one of the effects that I've had, I believe. I feel more confident in myself. I like being out here. I feel good right now. I don't feel worn out, tired. I really want to take that next step. I don't feel like, oh, I can't bear how many more of these steps do I have to take. Of course, I'm not even quite halfway through the workout, and I usually do feel different when I get closer to the end. But in a way, the longer I go, the better I feel. So I look forward to extending my range here. Although I think there is a point at which I might want to consider just stopping and doing something different. Definitely want to do some different types of exercise. Rather than walking for a couple of hours, I'd like to get back to running, biking, playing some kind of sport. It's all easy for me to say right now. I haven't done any of this stuff in a while, but I have been walking at least and running a little bit since November now, which is, it's about 6 months now. And we've been doing this about 6 months, hard to believe. So I see no reason why I can't do other activities as well. I've had some back pain recently, but I think maybe that's just due to me overdoing myself on the workout. But I know I need to continue to do those back and core exercises to strengthen my back. Interesting fact that I heard on it was a video, I think, for something. It said that when you run, you build up bone density, which kind of was confirmed by the orthopedic surgeon or orthopedist. I'm still not sure. The guy was wearing scrubs, but you know, I don't know. Nurses wear scrubs too. When I injured my knee, he said it should come back stronger. So it makes sense that running should increase your bone density, but it's also a lot of wear and tear. I think you got to be careful. Got to be careful. So I'll continue to learn all I can and pass that on to you when I can. You can definitely teach me some things too. mail@runningafever.com. Love to hear from you. How's your fitness journey going? Have you started it yet?
Hello.
Hello again. Diet report. I was talking to one of the other podcasters on the Padua Podcast Network. Patty Bruner, you can hear her Truth of the Spirit podcast. Search for that, Truth of the Spirit, on your favorite podcatcher. Go to her website, which is patriarchministries.com. She also has a YouTube site. Search for Truth of the Spirit, all one word. And if you want to know about the Holy Spirit, that's someone part of the Trinity that works in our world physically, spiritually, on a daily basis, all the time, doing God's will. Patty's all about that. She's very knowledgeable. She has a wealth of experience. and it's just fun to listen to her. Anyway, off topic, but what I was getting around to is my diet, and she said, because as we speak right now, this is episode 63, she was probably listening to one of the episodes in the 30s, because that's how long it takes to get these things published. She said she was concerned about my diet, and that's because back then I was on a 600 calorie a day diet, you know, trying to win this contest by any means necessary and trying to lose as much weight as quickly as I could before I suffered the consequence of those mistakes. Doing pretty good on calories. Now today I'm 209, which is 3 down from March 30th. 29th was the last day of the contest, and I was dehydrated and had not eaten or drank or drunk for 60 hours previous to the weigh-in. So I had lost basically 8 pounds of the food in my system and the water in my body, which I gained back in 24 hours. Not a good way to do things. Does it work? Yeah, it works. I mean, if your only goal is to lose weight for one point in time, yeah, I was able to lose 8 pounds in 2 days. But then what? I mean, you can't just stay dehydrated forever. When you eat food, it has to go through your body and stay in there for a period of time so it can gather up those nutrients and process and digest. So no, not sustainable at all. So I always count that point as 212, which was what I was the day after I got to that 70 pounds loss point of 204 pounds. Well, now today I'm at 209 pounds. So I'm actually below that, but I've been fluctuating quite a bit. Got up to 218 in the last week. The point I'm trying to make is that while I'm able to keep my weight under control by counting calories, I'm not eating healthy. That's not an indication that I'm eating healthy. So that's what I need to focus on. I mean, today when I left the house, I was hungry. I'd had 4 strips of turkey bacon, which, by the way, is excellent. I can eat turkey just about anything at this point. It all tastes good to me. And I had some oatmeal with blueberries in it. Superfood combo, according to my dietitian. But I needed more. I needed more like fruit or something. I could even eat bread in the morning, I think. It's just that I don't want to eat a lot of bread. And what kind do you get? I've got some hamburger buns in the freezer. Just have a limited amount of space in there. And I realized today, my diet doesn't really restrict me from anything. It just makes me cautious. I probably shouldn't have 20 chicken McNuggets because it's really going to be a whole day's worth of calories. And so I'll either have to starve the rest of the day or be cutting for the rest of the week. And I'm already at the point where I can handle probably about 1,600 calories, safely say. So if I know I'm under that calorie count and I look at a Coke and say, well, I could have a Coke, that's true. I could have a Coke. With all the sugar and sodium benzoate and all the things that are in there, I could have one and not gain weight. And I know I'm going to continue to do that. There are certain foods that I'm just going to have every now and then. And I'll probably eat more than I should. And they're probably dense in calories and other things that are not necessarily optimal for my health. So I need to work on habits of eating good food. I need to find vegetables that I like. I need to find ways to bring them to work and get all the nutrients I need. Turkey chili's become a regular thing for me. I like the taste, fills me up, low in calories, high in protein. So I asked my mom for a gumbo recipe, and I know that, well, it's kind of hard to say how I'm related to these people, because it's my uncle's, or my aunt's sister, but it's not the sister on my father's side, it's hard to explain. But anyway, they're not really directly related to us. She's from Louisiana and knows how to make gumbo. So I'm imagining a turkey gumbo or a shrimp gumbo. Should be pretty good, except I don't like okra. I'm gonna have to have okra in it because it's not gumbo without okra. Things like that. Gotta find alternatives. Gotta supplement myself with some good stuff. Fashion report, if I'm gonna wear these shorts 6 days a week, I'm probably gonna need to get another pair of shorts, and I don't wanna get them from Walmart because I need these pockets, let's face it.
I'm sorry to ruin your picture.
It's all right. Let's take a picture of a funky tree. So if that comes out. Howdy. So good workout, feeling good. We learned about, well, we talked about it anyway. Confidence and distraction, they are related, I think, but we didn't talk much about that. Confidence and distraction, gain confidence when we get better at our health program. And we gotta fight off distraction sometimes and remember priorities in life. So be sure you have some sunscreen if you're going out, especially now that as I'm recording this, the sun is closer to the earth. So just be aware of that. Take care of your skin and keep the fever. Now we'll talk to you next time.
This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaMedia.com